Welcome to another part of the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. We're continuing where we left off, and
Midnight,
it'll give us
each day.
a
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it
a
freezes.
catch up.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife. Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda,
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't
He
I?
was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Someone else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind.
I'm not broke.
It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
He rang my doorbell.
The truck driver
The little girl.
killed himself.
David is weird.
Like she's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly,
out of his misery.
is it okay to steal things?
Sleeping tablets.
Fingerprints?
Dead bodies.
I saw Jessica.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Do you think I should tell her about
psychokinetics,
the photos?
Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink.
bit of a drinking problem.
It's probably the same for Jaya.
One of his patients was trying to kill him,
He lent me some money.
leaving him messages.
Creature, human flesh.
I'd teleported.
Do you have that dream, Doctor?
And that's our ketchup. Ketchup? Catch-up.
I think you
How
know.
are you
the job,
today,
Dr. Dekker. So you're gonna have a good day.
Nathan?
Can we talk a bit about hypnotism though?
Wait. Oh, that talk we had with Mariana, we know that it's Claire? Are they trying to psych me out?
I've been reviewing your files. I know, I'm sorry, a bit naughty, but have you considered that Mariana may have murdered Dr. Dekker because of the money she owed him? She had most to gain. She got all the money if he died, and it makes most sense, doesn't it?
Wait, really? When the fuck did... What?
I'm worried about you, Doctor. You seem quiet, and, well, it's just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident? You didn't know him, did you?
Are we the killer? No, I didn't
Then
know him.
why are your fingerprints on his vodka bottle? No, don't answer that. Oh, the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker, who hasn't it touched? I'm so worried.
She said it. She said the thing.
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
What are you, the psychiatrist? Or whatever? You think I'm going
Who
insane?
measures sanity or insanity? One man's philosopher is another man's fool. I'm keeping an eye on you. I won't let you go crazy.
If I do go crazy, are you gonna kill me too?
I think I'm okay with the grief now. My mother died suddenly, and I think I was projecting Dr. Dekker's death to be about her. I know they're not related.
Your mom died? Wait,
My
what?
mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different. She burst into flames. I was 7. They said she must have been smoking and drinking on the sofa, but she doesn't smoke or drink.
Oh, human combustion.
Professor Alderby said it was spontaneous combustion.
Yeah. They don't know how that how that is caused yet. Scheiße.
Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing. I'll let you know if it turns up.
It's still missing? Why is it still
I
missing?
didn't know anything about that. If I have any grievances with my employer, I spit in their coffee. I hope that's how you like it.
Wait, you spit in my coffee? What the heck?
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them.
He
There's
used
some
a lot of
footage
his patients.
I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients. I think he wanted all of their powers. If you believe in that sort of thing.
I think so too.
Any patient who presented with psychokinetic issues, they were his special patients. Towards the end, he began ignoring all the other cases. Most of the patients saw it as a curse, what they were experiencing, what they were unwittingly doing. Dr. Dekker saw it as an ability, a power to be harnessed and used for, well, God knows what he was going to use it all for. So we made them give in to it, and it consumed them, consumed all of them. Whether you believe any of that or not is your choice, but they did, which made them angry. And that's why I think he was murdered by a patient.
Do you have ability that he did stuff to you? Are you sure you're my assistant and not a crazy person too?
It's not your job to find out who the murderer is. It's the police. You can only point them in the right direction. Murder is a means to an end. There's a lot more going on here you should be thinking about. A fictional space god that's resting at the bottom of the Atlantic. It's not likely, is it?
But we
Or maybe you
haven't
think it
seen
is.
the bottom
Have
of the
you
ocean
spoke to
yet.
Mariana today?
Not yet, but I will.
Your patients will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? In a few weeks' time, there'll be a whole new bunch of faces with a whole new bunch of quirks. Let's not have a whole new doctor, shall we?
Yeah. Okay. How
I'm
are
not
you,
feeling
Bryce?
very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour, and I slept for 8 hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
Oh my god. He's losing it?
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me.
Did you move his body?
It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it.
What are you
I took his body. It was me. I took it from the coffin because I didn't want him put in the ground. I don't know what I was going to do with him. I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him. But the body disappeared.
I fucking knew it.
If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that? Perhaps. It had crossed my mind that Dr. Dekker perhaps resurrected himself. Maybe he wasn't dead, just sleeping.
Like Luffy. He's on the grave. He's like almost dead. And then he eats a bit of food and sleeps. And then bam. He's back to life. What the fuck? Is that how people work? Well, it is an anime, so it's not reality.
If someone else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again.
What if they teleported
Why
past
go to
the
the trouble
door,
of locking
then
up again?
grabbed him, and then teleported out? Easy.
It's not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me, it can teleport too. I think the thing might be Dekker. Is the thing Dekker?
I don't know, but it could be. 100%. Yes,
And
the
so
thing
it
is
is.
Dekker.
The thing is Dekker, and the thing wants to kill me. Please, tell Jessica I love her.
Did he just... Oh my god, I thought he just did... I thought he just
I didn't
dipped.
steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious? Well, kudos to whoever had the guts to do that. Wasn't me. What did they say? You've piqued my interest now. I've tried to avoid my extra hour. I tried to sleep through it. I did try one thing. I spied on you, Doctor.
Oh no, what did I do?
You have a strangeness, don't you?
Can you stop spying on me, please? Can people stop
You live
looking
in
at
the
me?
same house as Dr. Dekker.
There's no way.
I spied on him several times, so I know the house very well. You kept it almost entirely the same. Why did you live in the same house as Dr. Dekker?
Wait, I'm
Is
Dr.
it a perk? Or you, Dr. Dekker?
Dude, am I Dr. Dekker? Oh my...
I thought you were. You've come back to teach us all a lesson, haven't you? To punish us for trying to kill you. No, it can't be you. Prove to me you're Dr. Dekker.
How do I do that?
I stole a heart.
I'm sorry, what?
I thought maybe my kleptomania would stop if I took something significant. It only occurs to me now that the heart I took was in a storage facility in a hospital and that it was probably for a transplant patient.
Dude,
I don't know if it's cured me.
What's your deal? Stop. Stop taking
I
things.
waved back at Jessica yesterday, and she smiled.
Oh my god.
It was bigger than normal. I think we may have made a connection, Doctor.
Oh no, he's like
The
most
photos I have of her.
stalkers, dude.
I think I'm going to destroy them.
He's like most
They're
stalkers.
my problem.
She
not
smiled
hers.
my way, so she must love me. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Oh my god.
I tried to sleep through my extra hour. I didn't want to face it. That thing has been taunting me. I wish I was still religious. The thing that's following me, it doesn't have a face. I saw it close up when it was standing over me. It has no face, no eyes, no mouth, no nothing. Inside its hood is just space. Just a black hole.
It's a shadow. I'm gonna talk to Claire last.
I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized. How would I know if I had any? I think that the hypnotism didn't take, but maybe Dr. Dekker did hypnotize me, and it did work, and he told me to think that it didn't. I think I found one of the key words. I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone to my dad last night, and he said something, and boom, I fell asleep. Normally I wish that kind of thing would happen, but it just happened. I phoned him back. I thought it was seconds, but it was an hour later. I asked him what he'd said. He'd watched some NASA program. He was reading off planets. It was one of them.
I'm gonna say Pluto.
Pluto's not a planet, is it? And why are you even trying?
My god, he knows I'm trying. Saturn! Saturn! It's Saturn! It's Saturn! That's my second guess. Holy shit. It's Saturn! Wait, I want to try the other ones. Venus. But that didn't make him go to sleep, it made him daze.
I don't want it to be triggered.
Mars.
I've got nothing.
Okay. So it's Saturn, huh? I don't know any more other planets except Earth. It's too early for this shit.
I don't want it to be triggered.
Well, it's Saturn. We do know this now. It's Saturn. I'm starting to think we're Dr. Dekker. Oh no.
So he did plant me with something. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me. And thank you. You know, there's something I've not been telling you.
Yeah? What have you not
It's
been
about
telling
time
me?
travel.
Oh, fuck me. No, what about time
I
travel?
read a book about time travel. I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel. I couldn't control it, but at the end of each day, I would travel back in time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS, and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once.
You know,
This might feel like the darkest
afternoon-
timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline.
What?
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I look at one of your other patients, or maybe even your assistant.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think it's my assistant.
His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks? I suppose it could be a coincidence, but I'm guessing whoever murdered Dr. Dekker stole his prescription pad.
Oh my god, it's Molly. Molly just appeared for a second.
Things have been interesting. Thanks to Mariana.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm at peace with Hannah now. I can save her. And I'll keep trying, but I must move forward. I did kind of ask you not to talk about this anymore, but I suppose you're not taking notes.
Damn.
We went on a date. Well, sort of. She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know, I'm lying in my bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana dance, the day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me?
Or she wants you dead, yeah,
Thanks,
sure.
Doctor. That's what I'm hoping. The doctor said she was legally still alive. The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around. It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital. Because I woke up the next day, present day. Things had changed. Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. It said she was killed instantly. Nothing else changed. Her family seemed to hate me more, which is ironic because the first time around, they pulled her off life support. So I saved them the indignity. Now they just think it was my careless driving that caused her death.